Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, episode number 201. My name is Matt, and with me is Neil. What's up, Neil?
How you doing there, Matador?
I'm doing all right.
What you know?
I'm a bit tired.
Uh-oh. Why?
Well, before we say that, we're a podcast where two guys sit around and talk about whatever comes to our mind, and usually somewhere in the vicinity of sports, health, sex, entertainment,
drugs,
culture,
and rock and
movies,
roll.
Rock and roll, everything. So listen to us, will you? And you can find us on Twitter at Reasons Are, and Neil is?
At AngelsFreak7. That's also my Snapchat.
Ooh, shit.
Uh-huh.
You don't even know Snapchat.
I just started.
What's the gain? What's the value in Snapchat?
No idea. I have no idea. I think it's
why?
a colossal waste of time.
You're about 30 years too late.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I was going with 20, but yeah, all right. I might be 35 years too late.
Well, better late than never, right?
Yeah.
I had a long weekend. Is that a dog barking in the background?
Off in the distance a bit.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
It's not my dogs this time.
Okay, well, fair play to them anyway. So we had, I had my usual hockey Friday night and then basketball Saturday morning, but on Saturday was the annual adult social event put on by the PTA of my kid's school.
Wow.
And this is a big damn deal.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
Your kids go to private school?
No, they go to public school.
So PTA, Parent Teacher Association?
I believe that's correct. I don't know. I don't attend their meetings.
Okay.
So, but they put on this big event every year, and these people
was
really
it a
get
crab feed?
No.
Oh,
Last
okay.
Last year it was like it was some sort of country theme where they held it in a barn, and people wore cowboy boots, and the guys had like bolo ties on and cowboy hats and shit. Did I tell you about it last year?
Yes. It's ringing a bell.
Okay, so
yeah,
we went for a very short period of time. I did not dress up last year,
right?
And we just went for a very short period of time, and then there's another couple that we went with, and then we just went out afterward. Similar deal this year, although we were there a little bit longer. And this year, the theme was Casino Royale.
Oh.
So
little 007?
That's right. Except, so they asked you to wear dressed like cocktail attire, and I was like, fuck that. Jesus. I'm not wearing a goddamn suit.
A little much for the PTA.
I think it's a bit much.
Yeah.
So I just, wore a nice shirt.
I would have sent you my Christmas suit had I known.
Oh, fuck. That would have been nice. That would have been on point. Anyway, I don't know if it would have fit me as well.
That probably would have been a little loose and well, the pants are really long, so you might have been
are they? Okay. I was worried about the length more than the girth. But anyway, so everyone gets all fucking decked out for this thing. It's at a winery, which is just up the road. And so it seems like a really big deal to a lot of people. And they do, well, first of all, it was unlimited.
Which winery is it?
I don't know if I could say that.
Why not?
I don't know.
You think people, the Reasons Are Several fans are going to flock to the winery and say, hey, we heard about your winery on this podcast?
I don't know. It's just a winery up the street. It's actually the same place where I had my high school reunion several years ago.
Is it in McMinnville?
It is not in the McMinnville area, no. It is closer to my home.
McMinnie Mouse?
Yeah.
All right, McDonald's. Okay, so you went to a McDonald's.
So I went to McDonald's, and they built on this this building in the back, so it's this huge area to entertain now, because it used to just be kind of the winery in the front. But it was unlimited beer and wine, which is trouble.
Whoa.
They give you funny money to gamble with.
Nice.
And they had like craps, blackjack, and roulette.
Oh, very nice.
So everybody just goes to the table and just bets everything.
Sure.
They don't care.
Yeah.
It's all fake money. It doesn't matter.
Put it all on black. Yeah.
So I got my drink on pretty well.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking Hefeweizen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, can you say which?
I don't remember which kind it was.
Are you afraid that,
Might have been a Widmer Hef. I don't know.
Okay.
I think. I'm not afraid anybody's going to get me in trouble for that.
Don't want corporation to cease and desist letter.
They might. Shit,
Right. Don't drink our beer anymore, God damn it.
God, yeah. Stop talking about it all the time. Jesus.
Right. Did you have an orange slice in it?
No, that you want a lemon wedge. Orange slice is for the Pilsner type beer, right?
I
like
think
Blue Moon. Blue Moon is orange slices.
Right. Then which would be a Belgian white.
Right.
Yeah.
This is not. So anyway. So they also had a commemorative glass you could buy. So it was like
how much were they ripping you? I mean, how much were they charging for that?
I think it was $20
Oh, Jesus.
for a commemorative glass. But if you bought a commemorative glass, you were entered into a drawing, and the winner won a $1,500 credit to a plastic surgeon.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. Did you buy a commemorative glass?
God, no.
Oh, nice.
But
Did
it's
your
funny
wife buy
'cause-
a commemorative glass?
No, she did not. It's funny because they listed who it was through, and it says like plastic surgeon and spa, and I was like, oh, come on. So I go look at their website, and it's like, tummy tuck, boob lift, whatever, the augmentation, blah blah blah, blah. And then it's like skin treatment, like facial treatment. It's like,
Right.
yes, you're doing that just so you can call yourself a spa. You're a plastic surgeon.
Yeah, sure.
So it was all I could do when the person won to not go, somebody's getting new titties.
That would have been awesome. Oh, good. Oh, and you need them.
Hey, congratulations, guy. Anyway. So, and then the dance floor was going, and people, and teachers were there. It's just.
Did you hit it? Did you go get on the dance floor to show them your moves?
We danced a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too crazy. But then we're like, okay.
Was there any karaoke?
Well, we'll just wait.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Then we decide we're gonna leave. I don't know. I mean, we were there for a couple hours. So we decided to leave. We go over to this kind of divey bar, and it just sucked. And although
were you rolling with the crew, or is it just you and your wife?
Just it was the four of us. It's this other couple.
It was the other couple as well. Okay.
Yeah. And so we go to this other bar. We're hanging out. We're all just kind of not feeling it. Although we look over on the dance floor, and there's like six young gals.
Okay.
On the dance floor, and they are just fucking grinding on each other all over the place. I mean, just twerking and shit. It was insane. So we decided, let's go somewhere else. So we went down the street, had a little something there, and then we decided, you know what, let's go to this other bar that we end up going to all the time that's kind of in our little community here. So we go there, and sure enough, of course, they have the karaoke going.
Oh, yeah.
And the problem with this place is they have the karaoke set up, and every time I've been there, nobody's really getting into the karaoke very well.
So you can't go take over.
I just have to fill the void.
Oh.
I will sing all songs then.
Nice.
Oh my God, you've heard my voice. It's horrible. So both my wife and I get up there and are going like back and forth. We're singing duets. It's just real ugly. At one point, this guy was trying to sing a Frank Sinatra song. And so my wife and I went up there and we're like, we'll help you get through this because you're struggling. So we wouldn't even let other people sing. We would just jump up in
well, you're a big fan of doing that. I've heard before.
I've done that many times now.
Yes. When other people, it's like, no, it's not karaoke. It's Matadokey. And Matt's going to take over.
It couldn't be more of a case of, liquid courage if there ever was.
So were you
one.
both feeling pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were rolling.
Nice.
All four of us were, really. In fact, so much so that my buddy Matt, the other guy who was with us, he texted me the next day and he's like, well, I'm just kind of coming to. It was like late morning. He's like, and I realized that I left my ATM card at the bar. So he called them and they said, yes, we found it. It was in the ATM.
Oh, brutal.
So I don't know if he was playing video poker or getting cash for pool or what.
Who knows?
So in such a hurry, just took off without the car.
It's like, I got shit to do.
So it was a very long night. I don't even remember what time we got home, but it was one of those where the next day my lady friend let me sleep in a little bit, and
that's nice.
I needed it. And so then the next afternoon rolls around and it's like my older son's like, we're going to go to the roller skating rink. And I was like, oh my God. It's the last thing you want to do when you're hungover.
Yeah.
Go to the roller skating rink.
Yeah, go spin around.
I don't know if you've been to one lately. Have you been to a roller skating rink lately?
Not lately, no.
What year would you say was the last time you went to a roller skating rink?
Oh, I would say probably like early college, so 20-ish, because, I guess I grew up. I don't know.
That's the thing. And I was just going to tell you that they have not changed.
Oh, do they still smell like French fries?
They still smell like French fries. It's like a mixture of French fries and like your grandma's attic.
Right.
And
little musty.
Yeah, there's a very much a bowling alley vibe, like an old bowling alley vibe to them, because there's they got stupid looking lockers. They've got a bunch of old crotchety people work there. it just smells like damp or something in there.
Yeah. It's sweat. It's just sweat that never clears away. Is
and
it
it's dark. It's kind of dark.
Do they still do like single skate, couple skate?
They were just doing a free for all. They just switch directions every 15 or 20 minutes,
Switch directions. Son of a bitch. I gotta turn around.
so it's so you can work on your crossovers going left and your crossovers going right.
Yeah, sure.
But this place is sort of famous, I guess you could say, in this area. It's called Oaks Park because it's been around forever. The park has been around since like the early 1900s. Okay. And I think this roller rink has been around since at least the 50s. It's got a fucking huge Wurlitzer organ that is suspended from the ceiling in the middle of the floor, and it's a huge rink.
Oh, wow.
So it's a pretty cool setup because of that, but
right.
They're pipe and organ music, which is all, 1930s and 40s and 50s classics.
So they don't have like up-to-date music?
I don't know that maybe they have that capability, but they were not showcasing that when we were there. It was all the old organ music.
That would annoy the bejesus out of me.
Yeah. Well, you got a glimpse of it because I sent you a picture when I texted you.
Yes.
So you can kind of get a feel for what it was like in there.
It looked like a skating rink.
Yeah, and it's funny because there are people there who are real serious.
Yeah.
Like they're working on shit. Like there was a guy there who was sweating through his shirt because he was working a routine where he was all over the place. It was amazing to watch. And then of course you get people who are just like when I've gone to free skates or whatever, public skates at ice skating, and you get a lot of people, 75% of the people there don't know what they're doing, and they're really, really cautious.
Yeah.
So they're just taking little steps. They're hugging the boards and stuff, and there's certainly people hugging the boards here. But because it's not on ice, it's on a wooden floor, people just feel like, oh, fuck, I'm going to just go for it. I don't give a shit.
I'm good. Yeah.
People, there are so many, like, I don't know, it just makes your stomach drop the amount of times you hear people thud.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, oh, that's it. Or that guy just blew out his knee.
Collarbone. Yeah.
Or something. I can't believe there aren't more injuries. And I don't think they even make you sign a waiver when you go in there, which is bananas.
Yeah. Ice skating, though, that if you want to see people freaking eat it, that's where you go.
Well, it's true you do, but they're so much more. They just go so much slower.
Sure.
The roller skating thing, they just didn't give a shit. They were just flying around. It was nuts. I don't know. It was crazy.
Turned into roller derby.
Kinda. Well, and there's a roller derby team that plays in the building next door, so
And now that roller derby is like becoming a little more popular again, and like they're starting to put leagues together and stuff. Just wait till you get those wannabes out at the skating rink who are just freaking flying around,
practicing their physical maneuvers.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody who comes to Portland go to the Oaks Park roller rink and enjoy that.
And how long until you felt better?
Well, I had the feedback on that day, and I got some barbecue that night. I went real heavy.
Nice.
Ate so much that I was just. I mean, it was disgusting how much I ate.
Nice.
And it even lingers. That I've had that issue lately where the hangover lingers into the second day, and I don't like that.
That's brutal. I don't like the hangover the next day.
Right.
If it takes me out the whole day and a little bit of the day after.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it wasn't like I was death. I just was sluggish. I wasn't like horribly hungover. I just didn't feel 100%. So.
Bummer.
One of those nights. But anyway.
One of those nights.
How was your weekend? Good?
It was busy. I had a lot of computer issues to deal with. Some recording.
Yeah.
But it was good. Did some nail trimming on the dogs. I didn't have any fun single skate time.
Well, see, you need to make some memories. Create some memories, Neil.
I wasn't hungover at all. I apologize for that. I'll work a little harder on that.
Yeah. Can you work?
It was a good weekend overall. I'm gonna take it at IKEA. So take it as a win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk about NASCAR?
On your beauty marks, it's time for the NASCAR Minute.
Matador,
Yeah.
do you know how sometimes you're like, I want some new beauty products, but I don't want to necessarily go out and buy like a bunch of crap and then get it home and test it out and wear it and go like, I'm not a fan of this. And now I've got a bunch of it because I had to buy a full size of whatever, whether it's lip gloss or lipstick or lip liner or blush or foundation or eyeshadow or whatever
Yes.
you use.
I use
Right.
a lot of foundation and a lot of eyeliner.
Well, let me tell you a little thing that'll help you out.
Okay.
It's called Ipsy. And it is like a monthly subscription service, kind of like we do BarkBox for the dogs. Mm-hmm. This is BarkBox for your face.
Is that their tagline?
It is like BarkBox for your face. And so little sample sizes come, and then every month, and it's very affordable, and you can check it out. And that way, if you don't like it, you're like, I didn't spend a ton of money. Fine, I'll throw it away. If you do like it, now you're like, oh, I know I want to go buy this. So anybody interested in maybe trying to save some money with cosmetics, but still want to try a lot of different things, like you make a whole profile, you put in your skin tone and what kind of makeup you like and your hair color and what kind of products you'd like to get or what kind of products you use. And then freaking A, Bubba shows up at your door.
So I could get like 7 different kinds of bronzers if I really wanted to see which kind of color I want to go with.
Exactly. I mean, they kind of dictate how much you'll get, but yeah, I mean, eventually after a year, you'll have bronzers up the wazoo.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So Ipsy.com,
yeah, it's a
people.
sampler. It's a sampler. I like that.
Yeah. BarkBox for your face.
Epsy or Ipsy?
Ipsy. IPSY.
Yeah. IPSY. Check it out.
Annalise has a referral link, but it's like, I don't know what it is. So.
Go to Halos and Heathens.
No, we don't have it up there.
Go to...
Go there anyway, though.
Call Annalise at 619-74...
Yeah. At Wired
Did I get the area code right? No, you're 415. What are you?
Yeah.
415? Okay.
She's 707, though.
Oh, shit.
She's from the other side of the tracks, man.
Shit, man. 707 and 415?
Whew. Yeah,
Fireworks.
but you can tweet her at Wiretech Girl and she'll hook you up.
Okay.
Probably. She's going to get a tweet and she'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what the fuck? Leave me alone.
Give me BarkBox for my face. She'll be like, oh, what?
She'll probably just go, Neil. She'll know. She'll know what's up.
Moving on to the NASCAR world. By the way, we do have our NASCAR Fantasy League is going on, if you're interested.
It's not too late to join.
Is it Reasons Are or Reasons Are Several? What's the lead
Reasons
name?
Are Several, and
Okay.
I have been sharing out the link. I'll continue to share it out. I should put it on our website as well if you go to reasonsareseveral.com.
And everyone who played last year is automatically on there for this year.
I believe so, yep. And as we know, people miss weeks, things happen. So just because you start like a week or two late, don't worry about it. You can still get in there and win a prize.
NASCAR Fantasy is one of those that you can miss half the season and probably still do okay.
Probably. It's definitely a marathon.
It's not a race. Did I ever tell you that's one of Annalise's sayings?
It's not
a
a
marathon.
race.
It's not a race. I'm like, a marathon is a
sprint?
race. What are you saying to me? That is my dog. Zero. It's a marathon, not a race. God,
come on, slow down. Pace yourself.
All right. So back to NASCAR.
Yes.
NASCAR is thinking about adding more tracks in warmer climates. Now, I don't know. They haven't said that they're going to take tracks away or if they're going to expand the schedule or what, but they're thinking of adding new tracks, which could be kind of fun. You know, you see some place new because not all ovals or Ds or circles are the same. You want to see them in other places. Like, oh, look, there's a palm tree in the background.
Well, but there's also venues that host more than one race, so you could take one of their races away, right?
Correct. A mundo. That's Spanish for yes. So you didn't know. Also, NASCAR's not sure if Monster Energy will be the title sponsor after the end of this year.
Jesus, it's over already?
Well, they only signed for a 2-year deal, and then it's up to Monster if they want to stay. So we'll see.
Shit.
Yeah.
That ended quick.
That's all I got.
Potentially. All right.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Unless you had something you had to go into. Quickly.
I got nothing right now. Go ahead.
You and I have a long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
And
I've been through them before.
Yes. We don't get to spend enough time together. And we don't really get to learn about each other as freely as you might if you were in a relationship with somebody near you.
Yes, we don't get to explore each other as much as we'd like.
Right, right. So I thought in this episode it might be kind of fun to ask each other some questions.
Okay.
So we can get to know each other a little bit more.
Okay.
Be a little closer.
Sure.
Kind of like my 2 barking dogs in the back.
Like Arid Extra Dry.
Right. Think of this as BarkBox for our relationship.
Did you remember that commercial?
Arid Extra Dry?
Yeah.
Get a little closer.
Don't be shy. Yeah.
With Arid Extra Dry.
Yeah. What do you got
All
for
right.
me?
Matador,
Mm-hmm.
what is one song that can always pull you out of a bad mood?
Oh, man. Now, you're going to answer these same questions?
I'm going to try.
Okay. So if you know your answer right away, go for it. And let me think for a second.
One song. Yes. 32 Pennies by Warrant.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Spend
How
my time
so?
and all my money on a knob for my breast bed. Climb to the top of the highest mountain, just see how far I'd get. Because I'm dancing with my shadow, and I let my shadow lead. And if I die with a penny in my pocket, then I guess that's all I need. Where you going to? You got anything?
Well.
Oh, I know. Anything by Fall Out Boy.
Oh, God. Light 'em up. No. Actually, I think anything Frank Sinatra usually pulls me out.
Oh, really?
I'm a big Frank fan. Well, it reminds me of my childhood.
See, we're learning so much already. Matador, let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to not say that every time because I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions.
I know. We can assume.
Which celebrity are you rather certain would be your BFF if you ever met?
That is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's like me that we would just click?
Oh, Rodman. Definitely Dennis Rodman.
Is he still considered a celebrity?
You and the Worm? Yeah.
I don't think he still qualifies under that name.
No, I'm not saying A-list.
Oh,
Just
so it could
saying
be
a
any.
celebrity. Yeah. I was thinking more so than the stature or status of the celebrity, someone I knew would meld with you.
Okay.
The Worm.
I don't think the Worm would be the choice.
No.
I don't think so. You got your guy or gal?
Can
Can be a gal.
Yeah, it can be. I'm thinking I'd probably be pretty tight with. I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't read any of these beforehand, so I have no idea what to say.
It's not going to be like your boy Keanu?
Or JBJ. No, I don't. But I mean, BFF is pretty strong.
That's true. I mean, you got to really click. It's not just somebody you admire. Like, it's somebody you're going to be homies with.
Like, for me, it'd be somebody a little bit goofy.
Like, it'd probably be me, the Lake, and Fallon. Like, the three of us together.
Right. That would make
Just
sense.
kidding.
That would make sense.
God, no.
Yeah. It would be probably maybe like Patton Oswalt.
Great choice.
You like that?
You'd be like, so Patton, I just want you to know, totally had the hots for your now wife back like 30 years ago.
Yeah, we're good, right? We're solid.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm trying to think of somebody that's in the same age range. And it seems like now I'm in this weird zone where it's like everybody's either older or younger.
Yeah. Everyone I'd like it to be,
Marky
like,
Mark.
I know it wouldn't work. Right. Or like Vince Vaughn or The Rock or Kevin Hart. Somebody they wouldn't want to hang out with me.
would. Yeah, I don't think that would work.
John Bon Jovi, Keanu Reeves.
John Bon Jovi wouldn't work because you're too in love with him. Like you would struggle. You'd be trying to impress him the whole time. You want somebody you can hang with and be yourself.
Johnny Depp, Marilyn Manson, none of that.
Johnny
would
Depp,
work.
you'd be like, you'd get sick of him after a while. You'd be like, come on already.
Yeah, but he has amazing wine, so I could just be drunk all the time. I could just be like, so what accent is that? What are you doing now? Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I feel like if I could think about it for a minute, I'll come up with something. Yeah, right.
We'll put it on the back burner. We'll move on.
I'll think about it.
What's the longest you've ever gone without sleep?
Oh, man. This
I
is
think
a
for
great
me,
question.
60 hours. I think that's the longest. 60?
Damn, that's pretty good.
But I can't guarantee I didn't doze off here and there, but I didn't get sleep.
I don't know that I've gone that long.
28,
I mean, that's
48.
basically 2 nights.
Oh, yeah,
Like
for sure it was
skipping
2
two in a
nights.
row.
Yeah.
That's tough to do.
It was insane. It was not good.
Yeah, I would think I'd be somewhere in definitely 48 hours for sure.
Yeah. Maybe
And I'm
closer to
thinking somewhere
maybe
in
in
the
the
50s.
55. Yeah.
I'd say low 50s because there's a point where there's nothing you can do anymore.
Oh, at the end, there was nothing I could do anymore.
Yeah. Well, whenever staying up all night was always that thing especially back in college and stuff where you get to like 4, 5 and you're like, I'm cruising. This is fine. And then the second that sun starts coming up.
Oh, that's the worst feeling ever.
And it's like 6:05 and you're like, I don't get to sleep now. Like I have to stay up through the whole day. This is going to suck balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the worst.
What's the longest you've gone without a shower?
Oof. Man. See, because I was thinking about trips, like long trips and stuff. Where it would be but it's not like I'm a woodsy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly have gone camping and been out in the woods for several days for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you it's probably like a week.
I did a 7-day backpacking trip, but we bathed in
Hot springs,
creeks, and really creeks.
Oh, gross.
But I would say probably the longest is 4 days.
I bet you I've gone a week.
Yeah, full 7.
I think so, and that's tough because, well, one, you're just not leaving the house for the most part,
Right.
and two, you get so fucking greasy and gross.
Oh,
You can barely stand the smell of yourself.
I'm Hispanic. I get greasy and gross just walking around. What's the longest you've ever gone without clean underwear?
Well, that's an interesting question because just, full disclosure, I will go no underwear often at home.
Right. Well, that's my whole thing.
I don't like
dirty underwear, and if I'm going longer than a day, I'm just not going to wear underwear.
Yeah, I definitely the one spot that gets you into trouble is when
Is because of your kid's height, and you're like, if you turn real quick, you smack him on the side of the head with freaking little limp guy. You're like, oop, you wear too many what are they called? Athleisure pants.
Well, that's the thing. You know
dudes
my
just
wardrobe
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way. I don't ever go no underwear like with jeans. It's like sweats or shorts maybe.
Right.
But you have to be careful because you're really going to show your shit off.
Right.
And so there's been times where like I'll go to the store and I'm in the car and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't have underwear on.
Right.
I'm going to have to like conceal the outline of my knob while I go try to shop, for groceries.
Right.
And you also have to be careful if you do that when you're swimming, because when I was younger, I don't know, like maybe sophomore year in high school or something, used to go to this political conference every year at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents did it. I just would go along.
Right.
So I took 2 of my friends and we went one time and we were at this hotel and I didn't have swim trunks. I had just shorts on with no underwear. Right. So we get in the hot tub, and at one point I'm standing there, and both my friends are like, dude, like you need to cover yourself because that is like, it is hugging your cock right now.
Gotcha.
In the hot tub with us.
Yeah.
Senator Bob Packwood, who you might remember from back in the 90s when he had a little trouble with the sexual harassment thing going on.
Oh,
and it was
really?
it was like right then or right after it.
Nice.
Terrible timing. I think maybe it was just before.
I like it.
Interesting.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Probably you calling me Matador. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Probably you being on the podcast. Oh, wow.
Doing this show.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of verbal ones that I don't like, but there's too many to mention there, and I just sound like a nitpicky prick, especially for someone like you who takes the stance of all words are made up.
That's right.
I tend to disagree with that.
You think they were just
I think there are some rules to follow.
I'm not, but the rules were made up.
Sure. But so is everything.
Well, no, the sun wasn't made up.
Well, speed limit rules were made up. Should you not adhere to those ever?
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't adhere to rules. I'm just saying the rules of speed limit are because people drove too fast because they're idiots.
Okay. Or people talk poorly,
too fast,
like idiots.
But that became because of the rule. It's not like people talk like idiots and said, oh, we got to change this because people are not understanding each other. It was somebody just said, no, this is the way I want it to be. People were slamming into each other with cars. It's not like everyone was driving fine and someone said, I just want to make an arbitrary speed limit.
Fine. Point taken. But I will tell you this. It's hard to listen to someone and I don't even mean just little things here and there. I mean just steady flow of poor speech pattern can be rough.
Right. It is.
So I'll say people talking like a dipshit there.
It's hard for me when I see, and I misspell words occasionally too, but it's hard for me to see on Facebook or Twitter. And I know there's a difference between misspelling a word because you're running out of characters versus that's the wrong through, stuff like that.
Or like you're in a text message and you
Where'd
typed
your face go? All of a sudden you were gone. That was hilarious.
My computer screen is illuminating my face and it started to go dark.
That's funny.
No, but I lost my train of thought.
Text message we were talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So the text message thing, because if you're firing shit back and forth really quickly or something and you misspell whatever, or autocorrect
Right.
screws it up or doesn't get it or whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to complain about that kind of shit.
Right. And also, like, if you and I or Annalise and I are texting back and forth and a couple, we're going back and forth quickly and a couple words get misspelled, I know you guys don't typically misspell words. So it's usually like, oh, just thumbs send, it's that thing. But it seems to be like it's always the same people you see misspelling the words. And then sometimes I get frustrated with that. And I don't know why. Sometimes it's not even people, like it'll be Twitter. It'll be someone random that I don't even interact with. I'm just following for whatever. And I'm like, oh, this fucking person and their goddamn 2, 2, and 2.
Is this a pet peeve then, or do you have a different one?
No, my biggest pet peeve are people that talk about other people and how much they bother them. No, I'm joking.
It's the people that let things get to them. Those people bother me.
My biggest pet peeve is when people are rude, like out in public, whether it's to the person they're with or like if it's a wait staff person or anybody, just a jerk for no really good reason. Not there's ever a really good reason, but sometimes it's like, oh, you spilled a coffee on me. I'm, probably going to be a little short with you.
Or if you're being a prick, if you're being like an asshole, then you can respond with that. But yes, I understand what you mean. Being a dick just for the sake of being a dick is ridiculous.
Fries my tree.
Like Ellen says, Neil, be kind to one another.
That's right. It's like bark box for your soul.
You know what? Really quickly, one last thing on the text message. What's funny to me?
Yeah.
My dad, when he texts me, he will use acronyms that I'm not familiar with.
That's awesome.
It's hilarious because he'll be like,
he's like BOLQ4. You're like, wait, what?
Well, or he'll say, I mean, and I finally got it now, but he was, he's coming over to babysit, and he'll just send me a text at one point, and it'll be OMW.
On my way.
And I was like, what is that? Oh, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you could figure it out, but I'm like, where did you pick this up?
My biggest pet peeve is when somebody responds with just the letter K. It's that hard to put an O in front of K.
O is too much.
Oh,
too much effort.
That fries my tree.
What if I say TY? Does that bother you?
That's fine. Nope. All right. What is one superpower you would hate having?
Ooh. There used to be a would you rather situation that I think we used to say as kids, which was like, would you rather be able to fly?
Right.
Or like read people's minds?
Right.
Fucking fly. I don't want to read people's minds.
I don't want to read people's minds.
No, you think you want that power. You don't want that power because then your life is miserable.
Well, I mean, you could use it to your advantage in a manipulative way because if you're reading random people's minds and they're like, oh my God, I have $75,000 in my purse right now and I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. And you're like, nah, you're going to lose it because I'm going to take it.
Right. Or, oh my God, I've got pocket aces. I hope he doesn't realize that I'm going to, like something like that. Sure. Right. But for the most part, I think it would just feel like you're schizophrenic or something because you just be, these voices in your head essentially, and you don't want to know what people are thinking all the time. It's not good for you.
No, like you go tell your kids, you're like, you got to do homework, and then when your kid's like, God, I wish that guy would just die, and you're like, Jesus,
I wish he'd fucking fall off the deck and die. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I would not want to have that. I am with you. See, we're becoming closer as we speak.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna have to become a regular series.
All right. What's something you misunderstood as a child and only realized much later was wrong?
Misunderstood as a child.
I was going to say that adults know what the hell they're doing. As a kid, like I always thought, whether you believe them or not, just adults and parents were right. Your parents could say like, oh, you can't do that because of this. You get older and I'm like, what that doesn't even make sense. You just didn't want me to do it.
Wait, so you're saying you thought they were right back then, and now you think they were full of shit?
Now I know they're full of crap.
Okay.
Adults in general. Yeah.
I thought you were going the other way on that.
No, I'm sorry.
See, I'm a parent, so of course I would think the opposite. No, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right.
You need to listen to what I say.
Right.
So that's a hard question. It's worded weird. So
I also used to think that the bands would play at the radio stations. I thought they had these separate rooms and the bands would play. And then when one band was done, they'd go and have the other band play. And then they just keep rotating.
Oh my God. Yeah. I wish it was like that. That is fantastic.
It doesn't sound good. Because when I'd see bands on TV, and they were playing, and I'd hear them. So then on the radio, I just figured, oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You just can't see them.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of something, but the question is something you thought. Say it again.
Something you misunderstood they shouldn't have used misunderstood.
Okay.
It should be something you understood as a child, only realized much later it was wrong.
Gotcha.
Because it's almost like a double negative. It's saying what's something you misunderstood. Zero,
Yeah.
I'm going to misunderstand your face.
Oh boy, look out. He's hot.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, I'm stumped on that one. I'd have to think about that because I was pretty fucking smart as a whip as a kid.
Smart as a whip. Oh, that's funny. All right, if you had to, what would you change your name to?
Ooh, well, for some reason I always wanted my name to be Vince. I don't think it was a Motley Crue thing.
Well, probably not.
Had some Vinces in the family, like that
Nice.
name. My lady friend is always like, "Oh my God, I'm glad your name's not that." I always hated my name. I always hated my name. I shouldn't say hate. It's just boring,
Yeah,
you know. And there were so many goddamn Matts growing up,
right.
so it's always like, "Oh, you're Matt C, and you're Matt G, and you're Matt F, and you're Matt," you know what I mean? So
Right.
it just did not
And
feel very
what
unique.
Were you? What were you? Matt F?
I don't know. What was my last, what is my last name?
Wouldn't that be good if they just like all the Matts just got together and they're like, well, let's not use our last name initial. That would be weird. So let's just pick a letter. So like it was like you're Matt A, you're Matt B, you're Matt C, and there's no rhyme or reason.
Well, my best friend growing up, his name was Matt also. Very confusing.
Yeah.
It's just such a dull name.
And
Sorry to
now
all the
you're
Matts
still
out
hanging
there.
out with a Matt.
Yeah.
You hung out with a Matt. God,
See?
you guys you're like, it's mattraction.
You know what? It is mattraction. Opposites mattract. But what happens is we go golf together, Matt and I, and and they'll put us with two other people, and they'll the introductions happen on the first tee. I'm Matt, he's Matt. It's fucking so annoying. It's just hi, we're twins.
Matts. We're the Matts.
So yeah, any name would do, but for some reason as a kid I wanted to be named Vince. I'm not sure why. What about you?
I was like the name Chris, but I think now I'd go for like a symbol or like a really a really random name, like I don't know.
You should be like a car part.
That'd be good. Yeah, like Clutch.
Like, yeah, there you go. Clutch
Not
is
bad.
good. Or I was thinking like carburetor. Carburetor
good.
Centrangelo.
Muffler. Just call me Muff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Muffler. Oh, man.
Okay, so this next one, it says, which color do you most identify with? And I read this one right after I read the other one, and I took it as not color of skin, but like if you had to pick a color of all the colors in the world, like I think of myself as a aqua or a green, not like I consider myself brown, white, black, red, because so I don't, because it doesn't say skin color, but I'm going to ask it as like the color of a crayon.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see color, Neil.
Oh, God.
So for me, when you said what color do you associate
that's another
with,
one of my pet peeves. I don't see color.
when
I
you
don't
actually
see any of the struggles you've actually gone through or continue to go through.
right, we're
I
all
think
the
you're
same,
just
right?
like me. Yeah.
No, I assumed you meant color like an
Yeah.
actual like a crayon, like you said. I mean, it's hard for me to get away from green because it's everywhere in my life.
Money. Right.
And money, yeah, money for sure.
Right.
Cha-ching. I mean, green is even the color of the logo of Excel. So.
Right. Right. And you do live in the evergreen combat zone. So
Yeah, I would say green. What about you?
purple.
Yeah?
Nice, deep,
Well,
dark
that makes
purple.
sense.
Yeah.
And my oldest, big fan of the purple.
Uh-huh.
So you should just send him tons of gear from
I should, huh?
pod.
That'd be good. What do you think about astrology and horoscopes? Horoscopes.
horoscopes.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was
That's
thinking
what
of
we should
Eve
do.
6 all of a sudden.
Here's a new segment. We're going to read your horoscope. It's just going to be
Horoscope.
this most terrifying thing about your life that's coming up in the next month.
That would be well. All you do is you read the whole horoscope, and at the end you go, and then you die.
And then you die. It's the opposite of the fortune cookie in bed.
Yeah. My friend got a fortune cookie that said, if you feel insignificant, you've never been in bed with a mosquito.
What?
Something like that. Yeah, let me see if I have the actual.
How would you
it was
have that
so
handy?
random. He sent me a picture of the fortune, which, what the fuck? Oh, here it is. If you think you're too small to be effective, you've never been in bed with a mosquito.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. I just read it how I wanted. All right. Sorry. So what do you think about astrology and horoscopes?
Well, I have never paid. I think as a kid, I kind of bought into it a little bit. You know, I think you wanted to. There was something exciting about thinking that I know your fate was controlled in some way, or some good fortune could come to you based on all this random shit.
Right.
But I mean, now as an adult, it's like, well, I think all that's just pretty silly
Right.
to think about. But when I was a kid, I want to say maybe like 9 or 10, my mom met this gal at like the drugstore because used to go to the drugstore and like hang.
Did you get a soda? Was there a soda fountain there?
Well, they had a lunch counter in the back.
Nice.
So we'd go back there and eat and shit. And anyway, so she met this gal and she was an astrologist of some sort. And she would look at like, the exact time you were born, day, all that stuff. She'd look up all this information and she gave me, I still have it, like a 20-page breakdown of what's going to happen in my life and what I'm about. It's insane.
Was it accurate?
Well, I would think I was supposed to go into the CIA. And,
really?
Yeah. And it just went on and on and on. It's very, very long.
That's kind of
so
fun.
I should dig that up sometime and share some of that. But it's pretty interesting. So back then I think I read my horoscope here and there and maybe bought into the star sign thing a little bit more. I mean, do you buy into any piece of it at all? Like even like, if you're a Leo, you might have these characteristics, or do you think it's just all just totally fucking bullshit random?
I think because it can all be random, that it's going to end up being very true for some people. And like so many things of what people
you see what
believe,
you want to see.
Right. And like so many things that people believe, if it helps them and brings them something good and happy in their lives, then I'm like, freaking enjoy it.
Like religion.
Totally. Exactly. Like, I mean, if it's used for good, I mean, I think religion is really cool it brings a feeling of community and people that come together and want to help other people. So I think for that,
and if that's what helps
really
you cope,
great. Yeah. Then I say go for it.
More power to you.
I think astrology can be fun because it's something you can actually look up at the sky and see and go like, oh, that's supposed to be my freaking sign or whatever.
Right. But it seems pretty implausible that would have a direct influence on the way your personality is formed.
Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, but then there is the whole thing with the gravity and the pull of the moon and this and that. And I don't know, man, I'm not smart enough to know if it's true or not.
You're open to it.
I'm open to it.
All right. What are you? You're a Cancer?
Gemini. I'm a Cancer of this podcast.
That's for sure. Jesus.
All right.
Gemini.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll move on because I'm having fun with this, but I don't know how much fun it is to listen to.
Probably not very, but we'll probably do it again.
Okay. Let's see. Here's a good one. What's the funniest lyric you've ever misheard?
Oh, there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head, I remember. Do you remember the Steve Miller song, "Big Old Jet Airliner"?
Mm-hmm. Big old jet airliner.
Yeah. For some reason I heard "Big Hotel with the light on." What?
That works.
Makes no sense at all.
Oh,
I mean, don't carry me too far away. The hotel with the light on is going to carry me too far away. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Right.
I don't know why I thought that.
I'll have to actually go because I can think of bands that I know I got the lyrics wrong, but I have to go back and listen to the song to figure out.
I mean, there's obvious ones that everybody gets wrong.
Right. Donuts make my brown eyes blue.
That and
excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Hold Me Close, Tony Danza.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Woke up like a douche. What is it?
Right.
Blinded by the light. Yeah.
Yeah. Woke up like a douche, another runner in the night.
It's funny because you hear it the whole time. It's always what you think. The second you hear the other way, you're like, how did I ever
The
get that
Rihanna
wrong?
song "Under My Arm Umbrella." I used to think she said Beretta. I thought she was carrying a gun under my arm Beretta. I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay. Also, I forget what Pearl Jam song Once. Because he goes so fast to the, Indian summer and I hate the heat. I got a backstreet lover on the passenger seat. I got my hand in my pocket, so determined to squeeze, I pray. And when that would come on, I'm like, I have no idea what he's saying. Just Indian summer.
Yeah, you're just scatting
When
now.
Scooby Doo comes out. Scooby Dooby Doo.
Or you do the thing where you get like one word every like 8.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you're like, truck.
Totally. Well, that's like all those sing-along songs, like Sweet Caroline. It's like when it gets into the verses, they're like,
Oh yeah, nobody knows those.
No.
Or like Louie Louie. Nobody knows the words
Right.
to Louie Louie. They just know
All
the
right.
chorus.
One more. What's the strangest thing you ever did as a child?
God. Again, these are tough because some of these are real thinkers. Like you'd really have to kind of. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Strangest thing I ever did as a child. Yes. I don't know how strange it is, but maybe probably a little bit weird back then because I was a boy, but I used to make clothes for my teddy bear. Like if I had old clothes that was going to be thrown away, like I take a t-shirt and cut it all up and then sew it together so the little teddy bear would have a t-shirt.
Oh my God.
And I used to do it with my sweatpants. I'd make them little sweatpants.
Oh man.
I used to also take my old baseball uniforms and sew them together. So I had like a long sleeve shirt. I put my jersey over it and then my baseball pants and sew
They were
it
all
all
sewed together?
Yeah, and then I'd fill them with either newspaper or other old clothes and use them as wrestling dummies.
Oh my God. I don't have anything that can match that.
Oh, I had issues as a kid. I spent a lot of time alone, as you can imagine.
Well, your sister came
my
along significantly later.
My teddy bear would hang out. He was always well dressed. I made him a jean jacket once.
Oh my God. You did have too much time on your
Oh my
hands.
God.
Accessorizing your freaking stuffed animals.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know. I'd set up my G.I. Joes and my Tron figures to watch and Star Wars figures to watch me make the clothes for the teddy bear.
They would watch you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, and now these were G.I. Joes. These are the little G.I. Joes, not the big old school
No,
ones.
no, the little ones. Little G.I. Joe, little Tron figures because I had the light cycles and then little Star Wars figures. And I'd set them up and it would be like, it was almost like the theater of surgery. I would create my bear's clothes. My bear's name was named Pookie, by the way.
Pookie
Like in
Bear.
Garfield.
Shit, where's he these days?
He's in my mom's memory trunk, not her butt.
God.
Yeah.
That's
That's my mom's other memory trunk. Remember this, Mom?
You said it, I didn't. G.I. Joe figures, you're not going to believe this. I used to line them up in formations and run football plays.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it was like the full.
Yeah.
Was
it full like
field.
11 on 11?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I used to do a lot
What'd
of
you
that.
use as a ball?
I think I just faked the ball. I don't think I had the ball.
Okay. All
I
right.
think I just, you've got the ball. I can tell. Throwing it deep, all that stuff.
Right.
I also used to play a shit ton of Nerf hoops.
Oh, yeah.
In my hallway. So we had an L-shaped hallway. So you could only shoot from the baseline or straight on.
Right.
Because the thing would turn.
That's it. Yeah.
And it turned right by the hoop. So you would be like, good, and pass the hoop and over to the corner. And then, and I used to do fake games of I'd have almost like a 6-team league that I created myself, and I would play myself and do scores and shit. Can you imagine that, stat guy?
I'm surprised. Finance stat guy.
I know, it's just too much.
It's pretty cool. Every time I see a Nerf hoop at like Target or something, I still want to get one.
Well, because the problem with Nerf hoops now, I think you can get them on eBay and shit, but they're all regular ball, like they're hard balls, not the foam balls.
You can still get the foam balls in Target.
Oh, see, I don't feel like I've never seen the little foam ball.
Yeah.
But that is the game I play. I mean, I'm telling you, I cannot tell you how many hours that I played that in my hallway over and over and over and over.
And the only reason I don't is because I'm too tall now to get a decent shot in the house.
Well, so here's the thing. I was obviously not as tall then, but you still had to shoot a pretty low arcing shot because there was 8-foot ceilings.
Right.
Oh, so you have to hit these, kind of line shots to get them over the rim. And then I discovered, this is invigorating podcasting. Then I discovered that in my garage, I set up the Nerf hoop in the garage, which had a vaulted ceiling.
Right.
So then I could fucking shoot full on and from deep.
Go for real. Didn't want to go outside where you could put a real hoop.
Of course not. Well, I didn't really have an option there. There was a hoop across the street that I played basically all day long.
And it's so different. Like a real hoop is like sometimes you just want to Nerf it up.
Sometimes you want to Nerf it up, and also you remember that I am from the Northwest, so some days it's just pissing rain and you don't want to go out and shoot outside.
That's true. All right, well, I've got there's actually a lot of really good questions on this. So we'll cut off there.
I think that's probably enough for now.
And we'll revisit this every now and then.
I'm still trying to think who my BFF celebrity would be. I was trying to kind of circle back to that and think who the fuck that would be.
Let's come back to it on episode 2 or 3.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
There you go.
Like I said, some of these are quick hitters. Some of these are harder to.
Yeah, it's fun. There's some cool ones coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you know me better now?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everybody enjoying this?
I have a feeling either everyone shut it off or people are going to be like, this is freaking hilarious. What are these two dill holes talking about now?
This is like listening to a guy and a girl in like junior high school wooing each other over the phone.
Yeah.
You know, got the long cord.
You hang up first.
Yeah, right. Got the long cord, so it's all the way out. Like I can roll it all the way into the living room. I'm fucking, I'm watching George Michael videos or some shit,
I have the clear phone that lights up when it rings.
Oh, the clear one. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
Good times. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Thank you very much for listening to our show. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. I will for sure add, if I haven't already, the fantasy link out there for the NASCAR. So please go out and join that if you'd like to participate. Still working on that store, Neil.
Oh, nice.
Got to get that done. iTunes and Stitcher, you can find us there. And, of course, all your other podcasting apps of choice. So please go out there and subscribe, write a review for us. You can tweet at us at ReasonsAre and at AngelsFreak7, and you can email us at reasonsareseveral@gmail.com. So, Neil,
Matt,
good evening.
And to you as well. I'm going to go make some teddy bear clothing.
You're back in.
I'm back in.
All right. See you later.
See ya.